Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. We're only a few weeks away from the National, if you can believe it. Very exciting time to be a collector. If you're going to the show, if you see me, please stop me and say hello and introduce yourself. I love meeting people in person, and I know there's going to be a lot of unopened guys that are going to be there, and we'll have a good time seeing each other and maybe getting a few beers and things once the show's done for the days. Should be a good time. Really excited about being able to spend some quality time with my brother. That's really the best part. But I want to show this pack that came in the mail today. This is a 1980 Topps cello pack, okay? And I've done a little bit of a deep dive into the collation for these 1980 cello packs, okay? And because I noticed that this card that's on top, right, Tom Hutton, he is an A sheet card, okay? I just love that. I bought this because I just love that card. That stance is just awesome. On the back, there is a F sheet card. It's the Giants Future Stars. The Dennis Littlejohn rookie card is on the back. So A sheet on front, F sheet on back. And I've noticed that there are quite a few 1980 Topps cellos that have Rickey Henderson on top that have been graded by PSA. There's quite a few Nolan Ryans on top. And Henderson is B sheet and Nolan Ryan is C sheet. And I was like thinking, okay, well, it seems to be the standard that A, B, C sheet cards are on top and D, E, F sheet after the gum in the middle of the pack. But I did a little digging and I asked around, which is what you do when you have questions. And I talked to Kurt Christensen, Ripping Vintage Packs. And I talked to Tim Monahan, who's one of the big unopened guys, knows a lot about unopened. And this pack is standardly collated for the tightly wrapped cellos. So there were two different types of cellos. There were tightly wrapped and there were loose wrapped for 1980. And there's other years where this also happens in the 80s. And so for tightly wrapped cellos, A, B, C sheet before the gum and D, E, F after the gum is standard collation. Okay, so what that means is if you see a Rickey pack and Rickey is on top, okay, if you see an 80 Topps cello and Rickey is on top, it should be a tightly wrapped cello pack because Rickey is from the B sheet. Same for Nolan Ryan. If you see Nolan Ryan on top, it should be a tightly wrapped 1980 Topps cello, okay, because that is the collation for this style of wrap. Now, if it's a loose wrapped 1980 cello, and you'll notice right away if it's a loose wrap cello pack, they're very, very different. This is, even though this is in a sleeve, it's kind of hard to show, but this is very tightly wrapped. Loose wrap, it's exactly what you would expect, right? There's a little bit of it's just not as snug, right, the cello. For those should be D, E, F sheet above the gum and A, B, C after the gum. So what that means is a loose wrapped cello pack of 1980 Topps should have Rickey and Nolan Ryan only on the back. Only on the back. And so you'll see, and if you look at the PSA pack population, there are quite a few star packs for 1980 Topps. Some have, Rickey on the front. Some packs have Rickey on the back. It seems that the collation is based on which style of wrap of cello pack you're dealing with, whether it's loose or whether it's tightly wrapped. Okay, and based on what Kurt Christensen said, he thinks loose wrap is more common than the tighter wrapped 1980 Topps cellos. Okay, but I'm not sure if there's a consensus there or not, but got this in the mail, and I thought I would do a deep dive for you into 1980 Topps baseball cellos. So it goes to show the level of knowledge you have to have if you're going to dabble in vintage unopened. And there's a lot of stuff I don't know, a whole lot of stuff I don't know, and you can't be afraid to ask people for information. I learned a lot before this video about the way these packs are collated. But this is a standard tightly wrapped cello. Beautiful, beautiful Tom Hutton on top. Love that card. So that's what I have for you guys. Hope you all have a great week. Keep collecting vintage unopened baseball, everybody.